Salvete discipuli. In today's video lesson, a visitor is going to come to the house of Caecilius, and we will learn, in addition to its use for direct object, one more use of the accusative. Okay, so that you can continue to improve your pronunciation of Latin, I will pronounce the Latin, and then we will talk our way through the English translation. You've noticed some of the differences between the English alphabet and the Latin pronunciation. Primarily, one thing to keep in mind, a Latin V is pronounced as a W sound. Pictor ad villam venit. The painter comes to the house. Now, notice something very interesting. What case is the word villam? That's right, it's accusative. But villam here is not the direct object of anything. What we have just stumbled upon is a new use of the accusative. This is a preposition, ad. It means to. So here's something new you can incorporate into your knowledge of Latin. The accusative is primarily used as the direct object, but it can also be the correct form after certain important prepositions. So if you had said to a Roman ad villa, they would still have understood that you meant to the house. But the Roman would have told you, we don't say ad villa, we say ad villam. And if you asked them why, they probably would have shrugged their shoulders and said, I don't know, but that's just the way it is. So after certain important prepositions, we use the accusative. The painter is Celer. Celer is his name. Celer ianuam pulsat. Celer knocks on the door. Now here is a direct object accusative, and there's going to be another one in the next sentence. Clemens pictorem non audit. Clemens does not hear the painter. Servus est in horto. The slave is in the garden. Celer clamat. Celer shouts. Canis celerem audit et latrat. The dog hears Celer and barks. Now, just something to note, okay? We can have, the word et means and. We can have two verbs in one sentence. Take a look at this. We've got audit and we've got latrat. These are both verbs. Canis is the subject of both these verbs, okay? So the dog hears and the dog barks, all in one sentence. Quintus canem audit. Quintus hears the dog. Quintus ad ianuam venit. Quintus comes to the door. So again, this accusative is a direct object. This accusative is just simply the correct form after the preposition ad. Filius ianuam aperit. The son opens the door. Quintus matrem vocat. Quintus calls his mother. Now, notice I've put his in parentheses here. The Latin does not contain anything that corresponds to his, but for good sense, feel free to add it. And you wouldn't have to put it in parentheses like that. There's nothing wrong with translating that whole sentence as Quintus calls his mother. I just put it in parentheses there because I wanted to draw your attention to the fact that that word is not actually in the Latin. Metella atrium intrat. Metella enters the atrium. Pictor Metellam salutat. The painter greets Metella. Metella pictorem ad triclinium ducit. Metella leads the painter to the dining room. And notice here, this sentence has two accusatives. This one's the direct object. This one is, again, the correct form after the preposition ad. Celer in triclinio laborat. Celer works in the dining room. Celer picturam pingit. Celer paints a painting. Magnus leo est in pictura. A large lion is in the painting. Hercules quoque est in pictura. Hercules is also in the painting. Leo Herculem ferociter petit. The lion fiercely attacks Hercules. Hercules magnum fustem tenet et leonem verberat. Hercules holds a large club and beats the lion. Okay, so notice, our sentences are very slowly starting to get more complicated. We've got the word et, okay, it just means and, but we've got in this sentence, look at this, we've got the direct object, but the direct object here has an adjective describing it, okay? It's not just a fustem, it's not just a club, it's a magnum fustem, a large club. And then we've got another verb and another object, leonem verberat. Hercules est fortis. Hercules is brave or strong. That's right, this adjective fortis can actually mean either brave or strong. Now, I don't know about you, but in my mind, those are two different concepts. I mean, I can imagine a person who is brave but not strong. I can imagine a person who's strong but not brave. In Latin, one adjective functions for both, and context is going to sometimes tell you which one it has to be, but I guess we need to remember that for the Romans, this was one concept, even though we could imagine otherwise. Caecilius ad villam revenit et triclinium intrat. Caecilius returns to the house and enters the dining room. Again, I'm going to keep pressing this because it's important. This accusative is the direct object. This accusative is the correct form after the preposition ad. Caecilius picturam intente spectat et picturam laudat. Caecilius intently looks at the painting and praises the painting.